Hey guys, welcome back to the Omaha Places podcast. We're your hosts. My name is Cahner and I'm the founder of Omaha Places and 402 Social.
And my name is Delaney and I'm the regional marketing specialist for the Places.
Yay.
I don't know how I want to say the Places still,
Yeah,
but
that's all right.
it's coming together.
I just noticed that this table is like right in between us.
It's our friend.
Yeah. Usually it's like back there. That's okay. We're still working with the setup.
You've been all over the place. I was gone this
Yeah.
weekend, so tell us a little bit about where you went.
Yes. Okay. I'll just go in order of how I wrote them down. Okay. I had the most unexpectedly great filming experience yesterday. So I went to Koen. I might not be pronouncing that correctly, but it is the new Korean barbecue restaurant that just opened in the Blackstone district. They have a location in Lincoln already, and so they just expanded to Omaha basically. And I guess I didn't even like look up what it was. They reached out, and so I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go in. And first of all, it's gorgeous in there. Like, the decorations, I don't know if you looked at the content that I uploaded yet.
No.
Like, I think it was one of my favorite shoots I've ever done just because there was so much in there to work with. Like, you walk in, so you can get to the restaurant from two directions. I went in right off of Farnham, so it's like right on that main strip in Blackstone.
I think it's in the former meatball space.
Yes. And so it's like up on the second floor too. And so you can like go in, then you have to walk up the stairs. And then if you're coming into it off Farnham, you actually walk up onto their patio, and then you have to like walk through the patio to get to the restaurant. Or you can go in from like the other side of the street. I don't know exactly what street that is. Howard, maybe.
Something
I don't know.
like that.
So they have a huge patio in the front and in the back or like basically on both sides of the restaurant. And the one like that I walked through overlooks Farnham. So great views. And then you walk in and there's these two huge giant trees, like fake trees, and then they're like little orange trees. So they have fake orange blossoms on them and lights on them. And then they're right in front of the bar area, and it has like a huge bar. And then you walk into the back of the restaurant, and I guess I didn't even realize what Korean barbecue is, but they have like the built-in, it's like kind of like a stove type thing, but it's built into the table. So every single table has like your own stove. And if you do, like they have sushi and ramen and like other stuff. So if you don't want to do the Korean barbecue, you don't have to. But we obviously wanted to for the content. And so they bring you just literally a huge platter of raw meat, and the waiter like cooks it on your little personal stove right there, which was so cool. And so he was literally just standing there like turning meat over, talking to us. So it's also a very different restaurant experience where the waiter's not just like bringing you the food. They are actually the cook basically. And we were talking to our waiter a lot about that because I was like, usually you don't have to actually know how to cook the food. And he was like, oh yeah, you got to know how to do everything here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like other places like that. I'm trying to think of what I'm thinking of. But men always seem to want to take me there.
Really?
And I'm like, do you not like talking to me? You just want to like be entertained by a stranger? I think it maybe like takes the pressure off of the date on them.
I feel like
Or they just
men
like
also
to be,
just like meat. It's just like a really meat heavy restaurant.
I guess.
But I guess I didn't confirm this, but I was told that this is the only Korean barbecue concept in Nebraska. I could be wrong about that. I don't know of any other place in Omaha that has like your personal stove on your table.
Yeah, because even barbecue chicken, or I think we did that last year sometime.
Yeah.
That wasn't like that. It was more like a takeout situation almost.
And I mean, there's like hibachi restaurants around town
That's
where
the one
they're
I'm thinking of.
Okay, so that's like they are making it in front of you, but you're like kind of at a group table with everybody. This is literally your stove is
Your table.
in your booth.
Yeah.
So they do have like a ton of booths, and then if you have a larger group, they have like larger tables that have two built-in stoves, and he said that those fit 8 people. So it'd be a good place to go for like a large birthday dinner or something like that. Yeah. So it was a really good experience. And then they brought us sushi too. even though like we literally had so much food. It was one of those where they just kept bringing stuff out. And then they brought out sushi, and it was wrapped in foil, so you couldn't even see the roll at first, and it was lit on fire. So it was like a cooked sushi, and they literally just cooked it right there. And so he like brought it, lit it on fire, and then left. And my friend and I were like, how do we put the fire out? And it like goes out on its own and stuff. But that was just a cool experience. So you got to make sure to get all that stuff in the video.
I'm trying to think. It wasn't Jinya Ramen. It was one in Papillion that had that sushi.
Oh.
That it lit up too.
Okay.
It's really good for a video.
Yeah, it is. I got some good content.
Yeah.
So
that'll be good. I'm looking forward to looking at that. Let me get my notes back up. We just rambled a little. I went to Prairie and Bloom, and it's it actually used to have 2 locations, one downtown and one in West Omaha, but it's a home decor store that I always like to visit around the seasons. And so I was looking to refresh my fall decor, so I stopped at the one in West Omaha, and I was actually driving by the other day, and they don't have the downtown location anymore.
Wait, where was the downtown location?
Right across from where Julia Illustrates used to be.
Oh, that store. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's super pretty. Like, they have great decor year round, but I just feel like it's more magical when it's seasonal decor.
Wait, I didn't know they closed that one.
Yeah, I think their lease was up because I asked them. I was like, you guys don't have the other one anymore? They're like, our lease was up, so we just kind of moved into just this space.
Okay.
But it was still really cool. That was my first time visiting the West Omaha location. It's off 144th in Center. But really great spot. I got these cute little skeleton lights to hang like above the mirror in my bathroom.
Cute.
And so that's I only like to add like one decoration a year because I need to get rid of something to replace it. But that's what I got this year.
Fun.
So check that out if you haven't been.
Yeah, I've actually never been in there. I always would drive by the one downtown. I guess I haven't in a while since I didn't realize they closed. But they had like the huge windows so you could kind of see some of the stuff that was in there. And I was always like, that looks interesting.
And like some things are a little high priced, but there's a room in the back. So if you're shopping for like next season, a really good clearance room, or like if you're down to fix like some broken things, for really cheap prices, that's the spot to go.
Is it like antique stuff or
no,
like all
I think
new
it's,
stuff?
It's all new.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, I went to Big Grove, which is finally open. Yeah, that was a long time coming. Have we talked about like the liquor license stuff on the podcast?
I can't remember if we did. I just know we maybe said they got delayed in opening, but
yeah, they did get delayed. There were some issues with their liquor license. It's not quite figured out yet.
They're just limited in what they can serve now.
Yes. So as of right now, they don't have any cocktails. They only have mocktails, and the only beer that they have is the beer that's literally made at that location. And obviously they can only make so much. Like they're planning to eventually have a lot more on tap, but as of right now, I think there's only like 4 or 5 beer options. So it's like a pretty limited drink menu right now. Our waitress did tell us that they're planning to like try and get their regular liquor license too, so they can have cocktails as well. But it's kind of like they got to fight one fight at a time, and they just wanted to get open. But they do have a huge food menu as well, a huge patio. The patio even goes like around the corner in the back, which I didn't realize because like even just that part in the front is already really big. And they have outdoor TVs, fire pits, like everything. So it was a good experience.
It's going to be the watch party destination.
Yep. I know. I saw you put their football watch party.
I was nervous about doing that to them because I was like, if people don't know now, they're going to have a good reason to go.
Yep.
But I think they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. I need to go visit that location. I've only been to the one in Iowa City. I think I'm going to the one in Des Moines this weekend to get a little bit of content. Fun. So I'll get all the experiences at some point.
Yeah. So it was a good time. I would definitely go back there. I will say so I went during their soft opening, and like with any soft opening, like there's some kinks that need to be worked out, but that's why they have a soft opening. So I'm actually going back tonight. They're doing like a media dinner with Yelp. So yeah. So we'll see I don't know if it's going to be the same food menu, but I'm going to be very interested to see if the food has changed at all.
Because the food wasn't up to par?
I mean, it just like could have been better. And like we actually did tell our waitress like a couple things, and she was like, oh, that's actually really good feedback. Like, I'm going to go tell the chef right now. So it's just like in that phase where they're still like really getting their systems down and stuff. But like nothing that can't easily be improved. The food wasn't like bad per se. It's just like, I don't know.
Because I think at their Iowa City location, they have more like snacks, not like a full menu. So I don't know if, I guess I'm about to find out in Des Moines, like what that situation's like. But
yeah, you should get some food in Des Moines and then we can compare notes.
Okay.
Because some of the like feedback that I'd given the waitress to, I don't even want to say like exactly what my critiques were, because I don't want that to like, I don't want to place that in any listeners' heads. But some of the stuff that I told her, she was like, oh, that's interesting you say that, because like at our other locations, we're actually known for X, Y, and Z. And I was like, oh, okay. So you guys clearly know how to do this. It just needs to be like properly brought over to Omaha. And I literally went on their very first night of opening. So,
and I always say Nebraskans know how to give a critique. So Iowans are much more like chill, and we're like, oh, don't worry about it. It's okay. But in Nebraska, I feel like they're going to have to learn that this is a completely different market, and it might actually benefit all the locations opening in Des Moines. So
yeah. And it like none of the stuff that I told the waitress that she passed on to the kitchen was like bad things by any means. I think constructive criticism is good for any business. Like you have to be open to that. So
heck, we're in the media business. We get unconstructive criticism all the time.
Literally. I was arguing with people in our this one person, not people, in our Facebook comments the other day, because this actually is the one critique that we get that kind of makes me sad, because I'm like sometimes people are mean, but they're mean like towards another business, which like, yes, that makes me sad too, but that's not like a personal thing. So many people critique my voice, which I'm like, do you want me to keep it to yourself? Don't follow us. Like, look at the captions, mute the video. So I was arguing with this guy. I was like, this is not constructive criticism, because he was like, I just thought I would give you some feedback. And I was like,
what am I supposed to do?
What do you want me to do about that? Like,
change my vocal cords for you? No.
Please get out of here.
But also, like, there's no way you could please anybody.
I know. That's just like that critique is the one that I'm like, I will argue with you on that, because that is just you being a horrible person.
Yeah, you would hate to hear. I just feel like because we're faceless, they feel emboldened to say mean things.
Yeah.
But
we're faceless, and you can tell that we're female, or that I'm female from my voice. I don't sound like an old female lady. Like, it's just prime like circumstances for some old man on Facebook to come at us.
I have no problem blocking these people.
I don't know how to block people on Facebook.
I'm like, if you don't like my voice, you don't get the service. So sorry.
I have blocked people on Instagram though. I'm like, I'm not putting up with this. Like, no.
Yeah. Well, if up to a certain point, like, the meanness is too much, and we don't personally need to hear about it if it's not helpful. So,
and I've always said, like, I am open to constructive criticism on like the things we post about, or like the style that we do our captions in. Like, if you guys follow us on Instagram, we started putting the name of each business on the photo, because a lot of people were saying like it's hard to figure out what photo is which business, even though we do tag every business.
Well, some people just don't know how to work all of the apps, or
which is
it's
fair.
not as clear. So that's fine.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Like, we want that feedback, and we actually like changed how we do things in order to like accommodate that. But how my voice sounds, that is not constructive feedback. I don't want to hear it, guys. Okay, that was a tangent. I'm sorry.
No, it's
which
okay.
one of these are we on?
Needed to be said. I went to Tip Top Thrift, and for all you thrift lovers out there, this is probably my new favorite, or top 3 at least.
Ooh.
Just because the prices are so good, and it's just run by a bunch of cute old ladies.
Oh,
and it's in Benson, so it's all my favorite things. But I got a bunch of art pieces, and one was a print of downtown, like,
oh, cute,
the little telephone booth at Spaghetti Works, and I recognized it right away. I was like, oh, I'm taking this. $2.
Wow.
And it was wrapped already. The tag on the back said $45, and I was like, steal. But they have really cute clothes, tons of toys. She said that her art selection at the time was even less than normal.
Oh.
And I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
So, they have some like Halloween costumes, even for dogs or cats.
Cute.
Whatever they can find. But they've got some good stuff. And it's all like, you could probably get a ton of stuff for under $10. And that's not something you can really find at the other thrifts these days.
Yeah.
And comparing it to like a place like Vintage Oasis, which I did visit there as well, but I just go there to walk around because it is like vintage, and they also are super aware of what's trending. So people have been getting those old tennis rackets and like using them to hold their earrings or photos, all sorts of things. I don't know why it's trending. Is it the US Open? I don't know.
Yeah.
But like one of those rackets, which I could have found maybe 2 months ago for under $10, $45.
Wow.
So that's just, they just know what's up.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that about them, but you also just have to be aware of that.
Yeah.
And then when you find those gems in the thrift, you have to like steal them.
Wait, that's at Vintage Oasis? That is
Yeah.
45. Okay.
Because they know what's trending online, and they will find it at the thrift, I'm sure, at their flea markets, and then raise the prices on it because they know what it's worth or what people will be willing to pay.
Yeah. You went on a little shopping kick this week.
Yeah, a little bit. I love a thrift.
Yeah.
But I was like on a little thrift tour, and then I was like, oh, I have to stop by Vintage Oasis and get some content for that anyways.
Okay.
So it's like, ooh.
Nice.
And I think they have one of the boats from Junk Stock in there.
Do
I
they
can't
really?
be, I
That's
can't
funny.
be certain, but that's what it reminded me of. I'm like, did Junk Stock borrow it from you, or did you buy it from Junk Stock?
That's really funny.
So it's in their basement. I'm like, how did that even get in there?
Every single decor item at Junk Stock is for sale. If you guys didn't know that.
And they just collect these things, I'm sure, from farms that have just been like sitting out for forever, and then kind of repaint them or make them look cute and then get rid of them.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, where else did I go? I went to Bull Moose, which I had not been here in so long. We went here for a friend's birthday drinks, and it kind of just, I like forgot how
Cute
nice Bull Moose is. Like the inside is so cute. It's kind of like a
rustic cabin vibe, or it feels like you're out in the woods, even though you're in the middle of the city.
It really, it is like very cabin vibes, but like nice cabin. And then the patio is really nice. They also do like yoga out on the patio quite a bit, which I've actually never been to.
That'd be cute.
One of their yoga classes. Yeah, they'll do like a yoga and brunch, I think. I don't know who. Oh, maybe maybe they did that when Sunnyside was there, but Sunnyside's not there anymore. They could do it with No Good.
That would be cute.
Anyways, okay, Bull Moose is off of 36th and Center. It's like right by Field Club, just like a cute little cocktail bar.
It's after Teddy Roosevelt, isn't it? Is it that what it's all featured around? Like the national parks vibes, Teddy Roosevelt, conservation. And then they're just very open, inclusive, accepting of everyone.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give a hint here on the podcast. This is unprompted. I don't even think I've told you this story. So I actually went there twice in one day, which was so weird because I hadn't been there in years, and then I just happened to like schedule a shoot there, and so I went like during the day for work, and then my friend had her birthday drinks there at night, so I was like, this is just kind of funny. But I go in and I was shooting some stuff for the passports, and the waitress says something about like, oh yeah, we're helping you like promote such and such, and I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, oh, look on the menu. And I go look on the menu.
Get that off of there.
And she was like, yeah, we like just printed our fall menus. And it says Omaha Places. I'm not going to say exactly what it is. Passport coming October 2025. Get yours at omahaplaces.com.
Okay, well, if you want the inside scoop on what we're doing,
go to Bull Moose and they will tell you what our next passport's going to be.
Okay, we should really encourage the secrecy of the next one.
Well, and at first I was like, oh, like we haven't announced this yet. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, do you want me to take it off? And I was like, I'm not going to make you redesign, reprint, and relaminate every single menu.
They can cover it
here.
up with tape, honestly.
I mean, I don't even care if they cover it up or not. Like, I think it's kind of a funny it's kind of a funny mistake, like learning lesson for me. And like now, if you guys are super fans of the passports, you can go to Bull Moose and get a little sneak peek. So I didn't know if I was going to share that or not, but now you guys know.
Nope, glad you did.
Yep.
Lucky YouTube watchers and
Yep.
Spotify and Apple listeners.
Yep.
The last place I went was the Ice House. I stopped there. It's actually been a long time since I'd been to the Ice House. It's on 108th and Maple, so they're mostly known for their pizza, I would say.
I've never heard of this place.
Really?
Ice House.
My brother used to live near there, and so it was his like neighborhood pizza spot. Plus, he loves sports, so it's a big sports bar. But they have half off pizza and pints on Wednesdays.
Ooh.
So that worked out so well for us last night. I was like, pizza and a pint of like Angry Orchard for $12.
That's awesome.
That was like the best deal. That made my whole day. But definitely check them out if you're into sports. I think they have Keno as well. And then the food is typically pretty good. Okay. But they actually have like a TV in each of the booths. So you can change the channel to whatever you want to watch versus like having to fight with people around to get what you want on.
That's really nice, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think I know any other place that does that.
No. Or you could put on, something for the kids as you're like enjoying watching what everyone else is watching. But
cool.
That's the vibe.
Love it. Okay, the last place that I went was 30 Hop. So I was filming football content. Woohoo! But they actually invited me in because they wanted to film for Omaha Places and for Heartwood. And they were like, yeah, we have NFL ticket. Like, can we do a Heartwood post for this? And I was like, you have a ticket to an NFL game? And he was like, oh, no. Basically, what I learned is that means that they just have every single game on every weekend. So if you guys are looking for football places, they will have your game on at 30 Hop. Also, we have gotten the food at 30 Hop before. I got a burger. It was a really, really good burger. And then we also tried one of their Oktoberfest beers. And it was really good. The person who I had with me isn't even a beer person. And he was like, I think this is the best beer I've ever had. And I don't even like beer.
And Oktoberfest are like usually a little thicker. Or I don't even know how to describe it. I'm not a beer connoisseur.
Yeah,
but,
neither am I.
but yeah.
So I didn't mention this. 30 Hop is out on 144th and Dodge in Heartwood Preserve. It's just
it's really cute. I'm surprised they weren't at Brouhaha because I don't think I saw them there, but maybe next year. Yeah, but I guess they aren't really a brewery. They're a tap room. Okay, do they carry like...
I was having this conversation with you of like, I know what a brewery is, but is a tap room only, like, does a tap room only carry their own beer, or is 30 Hop considered a tap room, but even though they carry multiple beers, like they don't make any of their own beer?
That would be a tap room. Breweries always carry their own beer, and then a tap room kind of like could have some from Big Grove, some from Site One.
So a tap room is just any place that has beer?
Yeah, like a variety.
But then what's the difference between a tap room and just a bar?
It's more like based around beers, so they have a larger selection of drafts versus like Blue Sky only has like 6 drafts at a time. So they can only serve 6 beers on tap. If you are a beer person and you want, like most of the time drafts are a lot cheaper and they just have a different kind of bubble to them, it's better to go to a tap room.
Okay. Yes.
And they usually have like pitcher deals or something for sharing with friends.
Okay.
That's worth the money versus buying in a can of everything.
Got it.
But it just gives you, I think more of a variety.
Okay.
But they could basically do all of their domestic beers on tap. It doesn't even have to be local, but a lot of them will have like some local brands, some like Angry Orchard, random stuff as well.
Oh, you know what else I learned? Big Grove is the first brewery in Nebraska that's not from Nebraska. There's not a single other brewery here.
Well, that's why they're having trouble with that license.
Yeah, literally. I think there's
Nebraska's like, we don't want you here.
But I was like, I never even realized that. But yeah, once I knew that, it makes sense.
Well, it's going to be hard to compete.
There's a lot of breweries here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize until recently how many there were.
This is probably the biggest one so far. Like space-wise, it has food options. Sure. It's going to eventually have cocktails. It's going to be very, like, I think we'll always be fine because people are very specific about their brews.
Yeah.
Like that one person was like, if you get this wrong, I don't like you.
There is a right answer. There is a wrong answer.
But I'm like, people like their specific place. So there's that. So, but Big Grove has always been consistently really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. That's it for places we went this week. That was a busy week. We will get into follower questions. You know, I posted the links yesterday to... do you know where I'm going with this? Yeah. I posted the links to last week's episode on our Instagram story yesterday, and then halfway through the day, I was like, crap, I didn't post the question box.
And of course, I had like 3 stories going out yesterday.
So, actually, I don't know what you did. I think I ended up only pulling one question. Yeah, I kind of forgot about a second one.
I pulled 2. The second one was just actually me asking for my parents.
That's funny. I always take screenshots of all of the questions that we get in the question box because we usually only answer 2 per week. But some weeks, like, we get exactly the right amount of questions. Other weeks we'll get like 20 questions, and obviously we can't answer all of them. So I went back through and pulled questions from past weeks. But typically I post a question box on our Instagram story every Wednesday morning. So the first question actually I think this was from like 6 months ago. Somebody asked for any day spas around Omaha. And this one was kind of fun to do some research on because I really only know of a couple. I'm not a huge spa gal. But there is Vala Wellness Spa, which is located in Regency. I've actually been here quite a few times, and it's very zen in there. Like it's a good vibe. Mantis Spa in Gretna. You've been there.
They do that buccal massage where they massage the inside of your mouth, which sounds weird, but I'm sure like your jaw just feels so much more relaxed. Like you probably don't even know how tense like in here all is until you go get that massage. So
they have massages, facials, or acne treatments. There's the Only Facial in Central Omaha. They have facials, obviously.
Fantastic place for a cheap like priced one.
Yeah, because that's like
it's $125
like
tip
everything
included.
Yeah, that's really nice. Salt and Spa in Central Omaha. They have a salt room, massages, body wraps, facials, etc. So that's kind of like a full service spa. There's Avant Salon and Day Spa, which is in West Omaha. They have a whole bunch of like skincare type things, like facials, that kind of stuff, and massages. And then Faces Day Spa in Central Omaha. I've been wanting to try this place. I think they might be on ClassPass too. They're like sometimes you can get random like massages or facials on ClassPass, but they have massages, laser, waxing, facials. They have a Medi Spa, so lots of different options there. And I'm sure there's other spas around town. I feel like we don't have like a full day spa where you're like you know what I mean, where you're like there
from
all
top to
day.
bottom. You can just like get relaxed, then do like your little self-care time with getting the nails done or I don't know.
I feel like in the movies or something, like when they go to a spa, it's like this huge place and you go and you do like multiple things. And then there's just like lounge rooms and stuff.
They definitely had one of those when I was growing up. I can't remember if it was in like Bellevue or Papillion. I was there for like some little girl's birthday when I was also a little girl. But they had like brownie facials. So my whole face like smelled like brownie. I was like, this is honestly just making me hungry. But yeah, they treated you from top to bottom, getting the nails done, getting the face done. I don't think they did massages or anything like that, but lotioned me all up.
Yeah, cool. I've been to a couple spas out on the East Coast that I went to when I was doing like, I used to do contract work for this agency who did like TikTok videos. And so they sent me to a couple spas. One was really cool. You would go in and I think it was more of like a day spa thing where like you're kind of meant to be there all day, and they had like all these different rooms, but then they had this like almost like common area where you just like sit, and they had like relaxing things on the TV or like on the speakers or something, and then like heated chairs, so you could like kind of go at your own pace and then just like sit and chill in the like main room.
Have you heard of those spas that are like completely no access to the outside world? Like
What?
they take your phone and you just like vibe in this space. So you have access to all the saunas and like a yoga studio and all these things, but then you don't have any of the outside distractions. You go there to escape like the outside world as like a form of a cleanse.
Are you there for multiple days?
Yeah, you're there for like a week, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Or even longer. It really can't. I mean, if anybody needs one of those, I think we do. But
I don't know if I could go for a week. I would go for like
3 days.
3 days, yeah. Long weekend.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
But it's usually out in like the wilderness, so it's like
Yeah.
a pretty cabin-like structure, and then there's just trees all around you, so you can't even like see a city.
I went to this, what was it, like maybe a Japanese style spa in Asheville, and it was kind of like out in the woods, and you like went into your little like cabana or whatever, and you had like a private jacuzzi, and then like it over like you're kind of like on the side of a cliff, and then you just like looked at all the trees, and then you had like tea in your hot tub and stuff, and then you could like when you were done in that in your little like cabana thingy, then you could go out and like walk down all these stairs like into the woods, and they had this like giant canopy thing, and
Sounds
it was
lovely.
really cool. Yeah.
This is all very relaxing.
Okay, what question did you pull?
Someone asked for the best places to play pool that aren't creepy pool halls.
Valid.
And yeah, that's fair. Definitely fair. So I Googled up all of the pool halls, and I included none of those to help with this. But there is pool at Meadowlark Lounge, and that's a vibey place. Like, I think it's new to Omaha. Everybody's kind of digging that.
Yeah.
And they have like incense burning. When it comes to like one pool table, it's kind of hard to like,
Navigate that.
that situation. I don't know. But if you play pool, then you've probably figured out how to hustle people anyways. The green room, same way. I've always found it really chill in there and inviting. And if I wanted to play pool, I would, but I play darts in there.
Okay.
I love some darts at the green room.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever sat down in like one of those little loungers that they have.
Oh, wait, like on the side?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that I
You like step
only sit in
down,
there,
or maybe
yeah.
you step up or step down. I can't. It's been a minute since I've been there.
I actually went there recently, and like every time I go there, it's usually with a pretty big group. Like our run club group will go there, and we have like 20 people or something. And we just take up like that whole like step down area.
No, it's great, and the cocktails are amazing. Like they have the best bartenders in town.
Yeah.
You can't tell me different. The Workshop, which is a vintage store in downtown, they actually have a little pool table in the middle of their store. And so you'd be surrounded with all the 80s, like 90s vibes in there. And then there's the Musset. I don't even know if I'm saying this right. The Musset Bar, which is kind of divey in Benson, but I've usually been fine there. I don't know. Benson's just always chill to me. But maybe that's just because I'm from around there. Blue Sky is another one that's super friendly. You can like play mini bowling and then play pool there while you're waiting. But it's not scary, or you won't get approached by anyone. You just might have to fight kids once in a while.
Where in Blue Sky is the pool table?
Right to the left, so right behind the mini bowling area.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully they still have it. It's been a debate amongst bartenders whether to keep it or not.
Really? They don't like it?
Or even just like our staff in general. Yeah, so some of them want to add like more arcade games for kids because it keeps the kids distracted, so that some of our like hosts don't have to constantly babysit kids.
Yeah.
So they like that. But then all the bartenders are like, no, we keep the pool. That's part of the bar vibe.
Yeah.
People like it.
Why aren't the parents babysitting the kids?
That is a question I've had for a very long time.
Yeah.
Since my lifeguarding days. I will never know the answer to that. And then Emmett's Tavern, which is actually right across from Vintage Oasis on Leavenworth, also has a pool table.
Okay. good stuff.
But yeah, try to keep it not creepy for you.
Okay, and like I said, I accidentally only did one question, so.
Oh, you can chime in on this one because
Okay.
my parents are having their anniversary. I can't remember what number it is now, maybe 25, 26, something like that.
Okay.
And they want to know where to go for dinner.
Are they coming up to Omaha for dinner?
Yes.
Fun. Okay, list yours first, and if I have any, I'll
So
chime
for
in.
like more of a chill vibe, that's maybe like not as expensive as some of the other ones we're going to talk about. Via Farina is always a safe bet. You know, you're going to have good food there, and you can choose like the intimate vibe and little bow, or you can choose like a bigger space with the charcuterie counter.
Yep.
In Regency Landing. Then you have Clio, of course, which they still haven't been to yet. I've been trying to talk Mom into it. And then Avoli Osteria, which is in Dundee. You have Udalali as well, which it always escapes my brain
Udalali?
that it's there, but it's so good.
It is really good.
Can't believe that.
And it's a pretty intimate vibe, too, like the low lighting and stuff.
No, it's so pretty in there. Timber Woodfire Bistro is always going to be one of my favorite restaurants because I love their bread. Love it. They have like this brown sugar butter or something, and it hits. And then Cattle Call is a little bit nicer vibes, but not quite taupe like some of them. And then Cibo Vino is also really kind of romantic in there. They got the wine, the Italian food.
Yeah.
And then for some of the like higher priced ones, Dynamite was so good. I went on a date there. You can't go wrong. Then you can like go to the bar in the back, the Catalyst bar, for drinks if you're feeling up for it. And you could even stay there overnight.
It's in a hotel.
Florida motel. That would be perfect. And then the Committee Chop House, which is in Blackstone. I haven't been there, but I'm
It's
so
really
jealous
good.
of all the things I've seen.
You can do like depending on what night of the week you go, sometimes they have steak flights, they have like the biggest portions I've ever been served in my life. So if you're really hungry, go to the Committee Chop House.
And that'd also be another good staycation spot. They've got a pool. They have that pop-up bar in the pool house. And then you can stay in the Cottonwood, which is like everyone's trendy favorite hotel.
Yep.
Then the Boiler Room, Memoir, of course, downtown. Jay Gilbert's, Nick's Quorum in the Hilton. Pivot Prime, our newest addition to the fancy dining lineup, and then Yoshitomo if you're into the best sushi.
Yeah. Okay. The couple that I would add is Dante, is a really good Italian restaurant that's out in West Omaha. Ocaron is, in my head, Ocaron is like the fine dining restaurant of Omaha. I don't know if your parents have been there yet.
No.
Small
They need to
portions,
take
but
me
like
there
good
before
food.
they go by themselves.
And you can do a tasting menu there, and so you can do like a wine pairing with it. It's like very romantic anniversary vibes. And there was one more that I was Salted Edge out in Waterloo, and you go at sunset, sit on the patio if you want, overlooking the lake, and nice romantic vibes.
Cute.
Yeah.
Can't wait for Mom to hear this.
Okay, we will move on to events happening this weekend. So this is going to be the weekend of September 25th to the 28th. If you guys want to see even more events going on, you can go visit the event calendar on our website or go watch our What's Happening in Omaha this weekend video. So we're in Oktoberfest season. It's in full swing. So Oktoberfest at Crescent Moon is happening September 26th and 27th. There's a $5 entrance fee. It's cash only. I'm sure they're going to have ATMs around. Probably. Yeah. This is in Blackstone. They always like block off that whole parking lot behind Crescent Moon. And this is always like a really packed, fun one.
I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to dress up and go.
You should.
I've been trying to gather up all my bar friends that I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Because we went together last year. So
yeah, that'd be really
that'd be
fun.
a good little get together.
If you are under 21 and going with a parent, you can get in free, but nobody under 21 is allowed after 9 p.m. So
that's when the polka dancing begins.
and the real party starts and the kids get out of there.
And then speaking of Oktoberfest, Croctoberfest at the zoo will be going on. This is the late nights at the zoo edition of it. So they're doing it on September 25th. And then also there's going to be another one on October 2nd. This is from 7 to 10 and it's 21 plus. This edition is all about celebrating crocodiles and alligators, and you can even purchase the add-on, which gives you the behind the scenes of the crocodile amphibian conservation exhibit. Whoa. But otherwise, general admission is $35. That add-on is $75.
And I don't think I saw the crocodile behind the scenes, but at the beginning of the summer, I did do one of the behind the scenes at the aquarium specifically, and that was really cool. I talked about it on a past podcast episode, so you guys can go hear my review. Yeah, sometime back then. I don't even remember what date it was. The Omaha Comedy Festival is happening September 25th to the 28th. There's going to be 70 acts all over the Omaha metro area. So obviously, I'm not listing them all here, but you guys can go on our website or on their website, see all the different acts, times, locations, all that kind of stuff.
I think the majority of them are either at the Backline downtown or in Little Bohemia, like spread out. So
yeah, I know. I think Tiny House is having quite a lot of shows.
Yeah.
And yeah, Backline Comedy Theater. I think Backline is like the organizer of the whole thing.
Okay,
maybe.
That could be. Yeah. Goth Night at the Castle. This is Old Ghost and New Romantics themed. So it's happening September 27th from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. You're supposed to dress in your ghostly and new romantic era clothes, costumes, whatever you want to call it, and haunt the halls of the Joslyn Castle.
Ooh.
I love a good haunted old castle.
Yeah.
But they'll have a DJ and, of course, a costume contest, and then tickets are $24.
Cool.
So
getting into the Halloween events here.
All the spooky.
All right. Anything else for this week?
Nope. I think that's it.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Omaha Places podcast. We'll see you next week.
Bye.